Keller Williams, Sheri Nixon is back with me, and we're going to talk a little bit about somebody who might be looking for a property in the future. Yeah, so
Hi.
welcome back.
Thank you.
Yeah. So a lot of people are here on vacation right now, and of course, when somebody comes here on vacation, they inevitably think, I might like to live here someday,
Right,
or I might like to own a house here someday. So what do you tell them in terms of, even if it is in the future, what they should do first?
Good question. I always tell them that they should call. It's never too early for them to call and start that phone conversation. And in fact, Shannon, she and my buyer's agent and I think that actually the sooner the better.
And why do you, okay, so you don't suggest then that they do research first. You want them to call you first, and tell me why that is.
Well, I think that it is better if they just call, because there's so many things that they can do online. They can research, and they can think that, for example, they may call us and say, there's in Long Cove, there's this property and it looks great. It's just in my, my price range, and then they can find out that there's golf fees. Now, sometimes that can work the opposite. Sometimes they might hear someone talking at a coffee shop and think, well, this is too much, I can't afford those golf fees. And then after we have a conversation with them, they can find out that for what they're paying their golf club at home, that they can have all the golf and tennis they want here. Plus, it's, for example, at Long Cove or Moss Creek, they can have their boat as well. So,
okay,
yes.
So really you have the expertise on the different neighborhoods. If they tell you, this is what I'm looking for, I want to tick these boxes, then you can say, okay, here's where we should be looking, instead of having them look at the whole thing.
Yes, yes. And I just think it's never too early. If they're thinking it's in the future, if you have a dream, you really need to focus on it. You need to make a plan, you need to think about it. So that phone call to us, we can help narrow that down, find out what communities might work and all of that. So that's really a thing we like to do for people is get that dream in focus.
So even if it's, say, 5 years out, that's not too early to start?
No, it's never too early to start. And in fact, we like to call them in the office. We can have a phone call first. If they are in town, then have them come in. I can go through the map, show them what do they get, where are the places located on the island. Then as they're searching online later, they'll know about those communities. They'll know, do they want a short-term rent here? Can they short-term rent there? If they want villas, do they allow their pets to come? So we can help narrow down that, even if it's 5 to 10 years in the future. Then if they have some time, if they're on vacation and they have a couple hours, Shannon Sheehan, my buyer's agent, she loves to do a driving tour. Take them behind the gates, the places that they can't go, and let them see that we are not just a tourist destination. I mean, we are a community here that has great people, and show them where the arts are and things like that.
Yeah, well, you touched on a couple of really important things there, I think. And one of them is the short-term rental, because those things are changing all the time, as we've seen with Hilton Head Plantation and other places. So that's really good information to know.
Exactly.
And secondly, you and your buyer's agent, as a realtor, have access to those places that they don't have on their own.
Right, right. And a lot of people don't even get behind the gates to know they're there.
Exactly.
So I think that people's mindset are that I don't want to call a realtor too soon, I don't want to bother them, I don't want to waste their time. In reality, you're not wasting our time. You're helping us, and actually you're not wasting your time. Because in reality, you're going to find things that you didn't realize that you might have wanted.
Yeah, and we've talked a little bit before too, when they do get closer to wanting to make that decision to buy, you have suggested that they have more than one favorite.
Yes,
Tell
absolutely.
me again why that is.
I do like them to have, when they finally come to make that buying decision, to have more than one, because then we can help negotiate that. So that's why it helps to call early too. We're going to try to narrow things down to maybe a couple places. Maybe they're going to narrow it down to the community, although let's have many properties so we can then, if they get here and it's gone, they won't be disappointed, all that.
We have a plan B.
Plan B.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So how do people get to you if they would like to start this process?
Right. Well, they definitely call me at the 843-301-2688. I have my email, Sheri@livingonhhi.com. I've got a great website. They can find out a lot of information there. It's SheriNixonTeam.com. So there's a lot of ways.
There are a lot of ways. Thank you for being with us, Sheri, and make sure you are giving her a call, and it's never too soon. She's ready and willing.